Microphone check 1 2. Yes, yes, yes. What it is. What it is, my peeps. First things first, my peoples come first. Video Games in the building. It's Video Games TV, and it's another episode of Why Always Me. Apologies right from the jump for my voice. Everyone watching so far, thank you so much. The comments already. I need to shout out my guy, Big Morgan in the building. Buckle up. It is Vader time. It's, oh my gosh, a lot to say. Edison in the building. My guy, IEGA, killing it in FIFA back in the day. My guy, hope you're good. Ooh, I know you're happy about Milan. I know you're happy about that, my guy. Daniel, much love. He says, big up Vader. Smash the like button for him. People. And last, never least, there's going to be more, I'm sure. Charlie, thank you, my guy. Hi. Hey. Okay. I want to apologize. I've been MIA a little bit with regards to even, I guess, typical updated videos that I share of past broadcasts, as well as just being on board with a few other streamers. Been fighting this little bug. You can probably still hear it in my voice. But I'm getting over it. I'm feeling a lot better. So thank you all for the support and for tuning in. You can see right there on the screen, topics as always. Okay. And no, I was not MIA because of the Community Shield loss. Okay. Settle down, slow it up. That's not why I was MIA. Okay. But I do want to talk on that because it has passed, and I didn't really give you my 2 cents with the exchange of talking in a few spaces, and I don't think we all interact within those spaces as well. So I'm gonna talk about that, and then obviously the other topics there. It's going to be a lot. True City fan in the building, my guy. What it do, man? I gotta say this: the way last season ended, this Community Shield, this transfer window, there's platinums coming in. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm too young for this. I'm too young for these platinums to start growing, man. I'm stressing out here. But I'm gonna deal with this. I'm gonna deal with this Community Shield topic real quick. And let me make sure I get everything placed so that it looks nice and I can get my transitions looking good for everyone. All right. So Community Shield, right off from the bat. If you didn't hear me say it on a previous show, I'm gonna remind you right now. And everyone, thank you for tuning in. I don't have to say this. But before we get into it, what am I doing? Am I that rusty, guys? Let's run the intro. What's going on? This season's going to be amazing. I got some things working in the background, intro-wise, music-wise, always trying to step it up for you guys because of the support that you continuously show me. And I don't know if you notice, I don't know if you guys take the time and watch, but that intro is showing many landmarks, some key parts within downtown Toronto, the city of Toronto, obviously where I live. So you're seeing where I'm from, and then it's obviously a nighttime vibe. But this show, Community Shield, the loss. I'm going to be honest with you. I wanted the win from the jump. I wanted the win from the jump because I think it sets just a good precedent. It's like how we've gone after the League Cup, right? You're going after the win. You're going after just a level of consistent play and quality. So I wanted that to be from the jump. I wanted that Community Shield. I'll never disrespect it and call it a charity shield. It's a community shield. All right. We need to respect these trophies, respect tradition. But another reason why I won the loss, and I'll admit to you guys, being petty, being a City fan, not wanting to give anything to rivals, I come to realize that Klopp didn't have a community shield. Obviously, he would have only had, I don't know how many FA Cups they would have won, and even playing in it, they've only won the league once to have been in it that way. But he hasn't had one, and I wanted us to keep that. I hate the fact that now Liverpool can talk about Klopp gave them every trophy. I hate it. So that's me as a City fan. I didn't want that to happen. It happened. So I didn't like the loss. Now, from a play standpoint, from what I saw from a team playing its third game, so apparent. Okay, its third game, it was so apparent with regards to what we saw play wise, how the team started, the 11, all good. No problems there. No problems there. Thought it made a lot of sense. But when you compared that, oh, much respect on the Twitch channel. I just got a new following. My guy, MFC, what it do? But we had our third match. Klopp, Liverpool playing their sixth, maybe. I think their sixth or seventh. They are in very good form. Losing early can cause a big motivation factor. Edison, you're absolutely right. And Edison, being a coach, he does his thing. I respect his opinion. I respect everyone's opinion. Edison's a coach. He works at a very high level, so I understand what he's saying there. I also like that. There is a kick in the butt after a loss, but then there's also just the preparation and the determination that you kind of establish early on to not give up a loss, right? But they can all be motivating. True City fan, Klopp has won domestic cups once, only guy. Ain't that good as they advertise. I know. He's only won. I know it's once, but still, I didn't want him to have this community shield. I didn't want him to have it. I wanted us to keep that out of his cabinet. La Ciel Bleu, my Toronto brethren, what it do, my guy. Thanks for tuning in. But this community shield and the performance overall, it just showed. It showed that we aren't fully tuned in as a team, but it's just repetition. It's experience, and it's going to get there. I'll be honest with you guys. I've watched the match twice. It's what I do. If big matches, especially when I want to do a little scouting or learning, I wasn't dismissive of that community shield. I wanted to see what the players were actually working on or able to still execute within the short window. I'm gonna compare it to more, obviously, when league kicks in and we play on Sunday, but I wanted to see the second time. And again, we just aren't moving in tune. That's all that it was. Do we have the quality? 100%. Did we have the trust, and were the players able to recognize movement and maybe being on the same wavelength? No. But you could see such a difference with Liverpool. And again, hey, I'm going to actually point out with what Klopp did, how he's managing his team, whether he had really wanted it or not. The fact that he won this Community Shield spoke to how prepared he had his team. And Pep, Manchester City took a different approach. La Ciel Bleu, good afternoon, my guy. Thank you. Daniel goes, normally the team that wins the Community Shield loses the league. I'm not worried. Hey, I know that tradition has kind of happened, although City were the ones that kind of kibosh that. But I hear what you're saying, Daniel. I think that's just been one of those nice things to say after losing it. But we're going to have to... I don't want us losing any more of those. Big Morgan goes, why did we not get a pen for Matisse handball? That is a big question. And watching it, I'm like, why did it not even go to being reviewed at all? Even from the guys in the booth, right? The commentators, they were so quick to move on to the next play and not really talk about that being addressed. It was wild to me. But what do we expect? What do we expect, City fans? Edison goes, it's too early to perfect the Pep tactics for the new players. Hey, that's not even where I'm getting at, Edison. It's not about the perfection. It's really just about the consistency, right? And I also found it really interesting to see how and Defensively, that core, that core four, obviously need to work more together because same thing, how they were passing into Ederson, how they're now making space, how were they were showing for each other. It wasn't quite there. Not mad at that. Again, third match. Midfield, they were obviously in sync, right? But the midfield to now forwards is where it also seemed a little off. A few instances, Holland not quite holding his run long enough to maybe apply the same pressure with regards to decisions that the defense would have to make, was kind of there. But you also have to take recognition that this third match that City had to play, Holland, right? Grealish, Mahrez, we're still going up against Liverpool, and we can't dismiss how good their defense is, right? Defense playing 7 games together. They were sharp. They were good. So it was a good challenge, and I think it also sped up the recognition that Alvarez, Holland need to have to know this is the pace of the EPL. This is because, again, Liverpool, that is the quality. That is the highest quality to expect defensively. So they'll see what they'll have to do from there. Edison goes Holland, Alvarez. I agree with you. Daniel goes Vader. The team and Holland didn't play good. And you could see that they still have to adapt to Holland. And Holland has to adapt to the team. But despite that, he had 2 big chances. This is scary. Man, Daniel, I'm not doom and gloom at all. At all. I can see how this team is going to cook, how it's going to be crazy. And I can also see how the adjustments that Pep is going to be able to make for the teams that don't want to come out and play, it's going to be a long day. It is going to be a long day. Teams that are going to be very deep defensively, teams that are going to continue to remain compact, are going to just be inviting wave after wave. And when I say wave after wave, it's going to be like a on goal pressure now, right? Like a focus on real big scoring chances because of a Holland and Alvarez now. It's not so much like trying to pull the defense out and kind of shift them out of play. You know what I mean? It's not going to be that approach anymore. I think it can be very direct with a target person. And I don't mean target like we have to get the ball to him, but that person is going to be a target by the defense because the defense do not want to fall asleep with a Holland. They don't want to fall asleep with Alvarez. I can see how Pep is going to adjust with regards to these teams that just want to bunker down. It's going to be wild. True City fan, my guy goes, our prep was poor. We needed more preseason games, not playing Barcelona when Tuesday season starts. Oh my gosh. This this Barca preseason interruption is nonsense. It's nonsense. I'd rather just like more closed door practices and the players just go hard at it, to be honest with you. That's what I think needs to happen. But I love what I saw. Going back to what you said in terms of prep time, I agree. We didn't have the same amount of prep. It was evident. Daniel pointed out that the team's going to get there. I'm in total agreement. And I just hate the fact that it was Liverpool. It was the Community Shield. Yes, I know in terms of like hierarchy, trophy-wise, it's not the greatest, but it's another one that I would have loved. And I also think that Pep's playing a game here because Pep seems to do this, and City tends to do this as well. You kind of hear how the Pep and City are turning EPL into a farmers league, and this is becoming boring, and the leagues are the season's already concluded. That was happening before, okay, and it kind of happened last year. And it seems whenever something like that happens, City does something like, let's chill a little bit. Let's take our foot off the gas. Let's bring the narrative back where this league is competitive and everyone has a chance. Do you sometimes get the vibe like Pep and City kind of like turn down the throttle a little bit, turn down the shift out of fifth gear and slow things down, bring the pack back so that it's a more the season's going to be exciting type talk. Is that a little bit why this? I'm getting ahead of myself with the transfer window and stuff like that, but it is now the conversation about a very challenging, demanding season. It's a toss up, right? It's a toss up. I'm hearing fans talk about 4 teams. I'm not going to change my mind. I still think it's a 2-team race. But let me go to these comments. Le Ciel Bleu goes, despite losing the Community Shield, 90% of pundits say City will win the league, but fan base are worried. They say it. The pundits, they say it. You're right. We City fans, we're looking at our entire squad. We're looking at depth. And I know you guys are too. We have not forgotten that battle last season. We did not forget how compact those matches were. Let's not forget Atletico Madrid, Liverpool, Real Madrid. You know what I mean? Like that grouping of games and the toll it took on the bodies, healthy bodies at that, and depth. Look at what we had at that time. Now, thinking the start of this season, everybody healthy, obviously, but I haven't nerded out, but I think there's a game every 3 or 4 days. It's it's not even so much. Hear me out. I think there's an opportunity here where it's not even so much about the worrying about injuries. I think it's the opportunity here with regards to rotation, right? Imagine the rotation that we can have properly squatted up to be able to again play hard player-wise every game, even if we're rotating out bodies. But the quality's there and the experience is gained so early. This experience, right, like early in the season, is going to be so valuable with these games happening so quickly for what's going to come up with regards to Champions League. And then obviously we're going to have that World Cup break. But I think there's an opportunity and we need to squat up quickly. That's where some of us as fans are worried. Big Morgan goes, is there anyone in the building who believed Ederson was going to save Penn? I didn't think he would save it. I was hoping for the best with regards to a save, but hey, Edison guessing right and was very close. Edison was very close. He put in a really good effort. And again, penalties, the keeper's never supposed to save them. Honestly, if the player misses, that's more of a failure than the other way around. Then the keeper not saving is a failure. So I got to point that out. Edison goes, Alvarez might start most of the games. I don't know. I think they might even play together, which I would love to see. Alvarez and Haaland playing together. Alvarez on that right. I think, again, Mahrez sharing that time. We also need to see Palmer. So there's a lot going on that right-hand side, Edison, to tell you the truth. Daniel, Haaland is not only dangerous with the ball, his movement, he will be a huge advantage. He will be like a player magnet. 2-3 players in the box will mark him because he's dangerous in the air. I agree. And actually, he wanted such a magical moment with one of those aerials in the Community Shield where he actually went for a foot. It's kind of like a martial arts attack on the ball, which he's actually scored before. But I feel like his movement, the pace of the game too, like I mentioned, the pace is different against those defenders. Liverpool's defenders are top notch. Can't dismiss that. And I think he's going to have that proper pace within that box. And the pace is also, you know what? I don't need to make my run just yet because I know KDB is probably going to take another touch, or I see Grealish, he's going to do a little dance first before I actually run into the box, to make himself properly available. That's going to come. I'm not worried about that. I'm actually not worried about Haaland doing his thing at all. I think Haaland, Alvarez, scoring-wise, it's going to be good. And this myth, let me also say this. This myth about losing midfield control, possession, dominance with Haaland now, it's going to remain the same. Like, we're still going to control the midfield. Like, the midfield quality happened by committee, right? So it's KDB, it's Silva, it's Rodri. If it's going to be Gundo back there, if it's going to be Foden sometimes coming in from the wing at times, Grealish and Mahrez, the midfield we're still going to control, even when Cancelo's going to come into the midfield from a defensive position. We're still going to dominate there. We played with Sterling, Jesus at 9, and they weren't necessarily dropping back. They were occupying that striker position. So we don't need to worry about the control of the midfield. That is going to remain. What we need to just get better at it and look for patterns of is that run, is the angle. Like, is Holland now hugging this defender's shoulder? I know he's just about to cut and make a run. Like, that's what the midfielders need to start recognizing. And my only criticism, my biggest criticism, sorry, not my only one. My biggest criticism of the Community Shield was I felt KDB was playing way too advanced. I felt like, and again, I know it's a tactic, I know it's the approach that Pep had, but KDB was playing very high up that pitch between him and Holland. Sometimes they were the ones kind of like pressing that back line. I would have loved for KDB to have been more within the midfield, I should say, around that final third in a way, to be able to draw attention, pick out the right passes to get to Holland. But hey, it's early. Daniel goes, and that frees up space for others. 100%. Holland's going to be a decoy. He's going to be a pull guys out of position. He's going to be a all eyes on him. Now look at what's happening over here. It's going to be amazing. And let me also point this out. And I got to find the right app to do this, because sometimes I like to geek out too. But if you have Holland, let's say on the right side, and now he's making a run to the opposite post, right? Not only as he's doing that, but the wing on that same play should be coming into space, right? Should be coming in behind him. And I think those are all patterns that we're going to build into. And if I see play after play, far post, cutbacks, I'm a happy man. I don't care. True City Fan goes, what up, Big Morgan, Daniel, and Charlie? Yo, the family's all here. Big up, Patrick. Hit, hi, Pat, and all the company. Yeah, the family's all here. Now, you know what? Let me do this properly. Okay. That title there, or that topic that you kind of see, later, what are you saying? Like, rivals head start. City gave our rivals a head start this season. Do we do it every year? You could argue that we can. But the approach with regards to preseason matches, the approach to actually giving some of our ops, our best players, right? Mind you, we can't hold them all. I get it. But I get a feel that our rivals have a head start with regard to the season, and I think that's why, to the point where I was talking about the whole competitiveness, this league is wide open. The feelings there is because every team now, I think they're like, the ambition and the hopes and we can do this vibes are here, right? You see Arsenal fans, they got a battery in their back, big time. Tottenham, right? They're what they've done, Levy injecting, the cash flow this transfer window. Conte obviously getting them to fourth last season. There's a lot of high hopes there. You know what I'm saying? And then you have teams like Chelsea, a little disarray, but they believe that they have the pedigree to continue to be at a high level. But I feel like we've given rivals this head start to be like, yeah, go do your thing. All right. Yeah, we see you. We've left some things kind of open ended, but we're gonna make it happen anyways. You know what I mean? I feel like this rival head start has done a good thing for this league because everyone's amped up thinking that they can win. Is it a false hope? Should anyone other than Liverpool and City be super optimistic about the season? I don't know. I know Liverpool fans are amped up now. Liverpool fans that were kind of being like, we need a midfielder. If we don't have a midfielder, this league, cities, they've all changed their tunes. That's all changed. Now they believe that they're favored to win. It's going to be a tight battle because of what's happened the last time that they only lost by 1 point. It is going to be probably a mirror season like that. They're going to catch us. They're just going to surpass us with regards to winning the league. We've left some questions. Our transfer window has allowed for some questions, which I'm going to get into. But City, our rivals, do have a head start. We played 2 preseason games. Community Shield is counted as 3. We played 3 preseason games. We better come out smoking on Sunday. I'm going to say that. Daniel goes, Vader, you are spot on. We won't lose control. And Pep always said we had to make a lot of passes to score because we didn't have a striker up front. Ederson long balls to Holland next season. Dude, oh my gosh. All right. Hey, my name is Vader Games, Bator Gamez for my Hispanic viewers. I game. I don't game as much as I used to, but I do game. And let me explain for those of you that played FIFA, all right? You played FIFA. I'm gonna give you the FIFA controls here. Striker, Holland, stay forward. Stay forward, get in behind. Okay, so I want Holland at the midway line, halfway out the pitch, similar to what they do to Salah to a certain degree, because Salah has the least amount of defensive responsibility, right? Changes when he plays City, but typically he has the least amount of defensive responsibility. I would want the same for Holland. You hug that halfway line, coming down defensively to a certain degree. As soon as we win possession, whether it's Ederson or it's transition play, I want you to be able to hold yourself onside, pressure on that back line, and we will look for you. We will look for you. Those would be my instructions to Holland. Stay forward, get in behind. And I think it's going to be crazy whether it's going to be Ederson kicking those over or transition play with us, just transitioning, getting the ball to him. I think it'd be an amazing thing. La Ciel Bleu goes, we will see real City football by Crystal Palace game. You know what? La Ciel Bleu, I think we're going to be seeing it Sunday. I think there's a reason why a lot of the training footage wasn't really released by the City admin. I think those guys have just been bunkered in, man. Repeat after repeat after repeat. Pep is like saying, look, this is the pattern of play. Here's what I want us to look for. Here's how we can maximize the personnel that we have. I think we're going to see a good showing on Sunday. Edison goes, Ederson will never copy wipe Magic Mike. Oh, man. Get out of here, man. Edison is tripping today, but I love it anyways. All right. Next topic. And I love it. And I got to get this. I got to get my voice back. So, first things first, my peeps always come first. And you know this. All right. If you're returning to the channel and I see the fans, I see the fam, I should say. I see the fam in the comments. Thank you so much. Something you like, share it. Something I say that's got you thinking differently or got you smiling, hey, hit that like button. It means the world to me. It helps this channel grow. And I'm gonna say this. If you don't happen to go back and watch my old videos, that's cool. I'm not asking you or forcing you to. But you know you're a real one. You know you're a real one. And you need to tell me in the comments on whatever future days. But when you get the And you'll know it when YouTube recommends this video to you. But when you get recommended this particular video, you know you're a real one. You know you're a real one. So for those of you that have commented and say, "Yo, YouTube just recommended this to me," much love, thank you. It shows how much you've been supporting the channel. And if you haven't gotten it yet, you'll get there. Thank you. Now, the EPL landscape is wide open. It's wide open. I was part of a amazing prediction show on True City Fan just yesterday. And if you missed my stream last week, I actually talked about my top 6 prediction, right? I didn't go through the entire 20. But it is wide open because no one's shown anything in preseason to be like, oh, they're untouchable. No one's shown enough in preseason to be like, okay, you know what? Attack-wise, they're going to be a problem. Or defensively, there's not going to be much chances in terms of errors to really capitalize on. It is going to be a great EPL season. I think the one thing that definitely keep in mind now, though, is the predictive stakes, right? Like if you know, for me to point out that I do believe it's going to be City, Liverpool, not sure. I think it is going to be close between those two clubs. That's a 2-team race. I've already talked about that. But then when you have the Tottenham, you have Arsenal, you have Chelsea, I think in that mix, them battling, and then maybe West Ham and Man United, yeah, that's where that grouping of teams, that's why I'm saying it's kind of wide open it could go either way. Like those teams could actually like fall off, show good form, or just fall off and show poor form, or just show amazing form and ride it out. So I'm actually going to do my best to actually watch as many first season games as I can. The reason why I want to do that is because that's going to help me better predict what to expect this upcoming season. And obviously, I'm not going to watch them all simultaneously. It's going to be over the course of next week, especially over the weekend. But I'm going to enjoy my Sunday. And I want to know from you guys, how are you guys going to be watching, or how are you guys going to be enjoying kickoff debut Sunday? Or debut weekend, because Arsenal play on Friday, I believe, right? So let me know in the comments how you plan on watching the first match of the season. You know what I mean? How do you plan on doing that? When I get over this cold in particular, I'm heading down to the City Bar out here in Toronto. I'm gonna try to catch that. Not this weekend. When I get over this cold, I'm definitely gonna do that. Let me go to the comments. Les Bleu goes, I'm certain of winning the game on Sunday, although to see City identity after 2 or 3 games. Yes. Yeah, I think how the team's going to be organized, how they're going to approach the match, yeah, I see them winning. And then I do want to see that consistency, the pattern of play, maybe even like, consistent starters, because who knows what Pep may do in terms of like some rotation. But I want to see that for sure. Edison goes, Arsenal has shown something. They have. Offensively, they have. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't watched the game from start to finish, so I can't be 100% sure that that's going to remain consistent. But yeah, from some of the results, 100%. Ali, my man, goes, Bernardo leaving. I don't believe it. I don't believe Bernardo's leaving. For what this season means, for the importance of this season, for how late this transfer window is, for the lack of even whispers, or, you know what? There hasn't been enough for me to really believe that. I think a lot of it's coming out of the other end that actually want the player. Ali goes, 2 left backs, a midfielder if Bernardo comes, and a winger, hopefully. 2 left backs, a midfielder if Bernardo, and a winger, hopefully, a right side winger. It's not a bad shout. It's not a bad shout. We at the very least need 1 left back. At the very least, we need 1. Um, Big Morgan goes, Arsenal fade like the summer. Yeah. They're either so Arsenal are either going to be dangerous early or they're going to be like and then come on late. It they don't the consistency hasn't been shown from Arsenal at all. So they're either going to look nice now, look nice from the jump early, and then I think things might derail a little bit because something about that fan base, it just drives the players off for a second. True City fan goes, this is why I like this dude Vader. Calm always. That's why our energy matches. Yo, True City fan, 100%. We have great conversations because I think our approach with regards to football and our club and our management. I'm not too the reason why I'm not too stressed is mainly because the transfer window is far from over, and there's so much at stake this season that they can't afford to actually going in with going in shorthanded. That's my opinion. Much love happening out here. La Sierra Bleu goes watching Sunday's game at the bar with some guys. Yo, great way to do it. And yeah, is it going to be a one team bar, or is it going to be more games on there? Because that's sometimes challenging too. A right winger, Ali goes, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Edison goes, I heard City wanted Benassar. 50 million clause. Honestly, from a rumor standpoint, who we get, who we don't get, I'm not even going to place my bet on anything. And on Pitch Points and True City Fan, they did a breakdown recently. You can do a search with regards to left back potentials. So if it's coming out of those grouping of players, good mix, can't really go bad either way. But I'm just gonna wait until the transfer window's over. Like I'm not gonna allow myself to go like this. It's just too much. There's always something new, always something different happening. So I'm gonna chill with that. But this EPL landscape is wide open, and we're gonna see where the teams play out. When I watch every team play once, I'll give my verdict with regards to how my confident verdict with how I think this season's gonna go. Now, City transfer window, guys. This topic hurts me. It hurts me. This window, man, it started off fantastic. Absolute fantastic. It had the best news, the best presentation, the best rollout you could ask for. Players came in, then players went out. This transfer window right now has a exit of Zinchenko with no replacement. Told you guys I'm not going to stress over it. Club's going to get a proper replacement. But from a transfer window, it's like, things were clean. Things were sharp. Everything would allow for every City fan to be chest up, proud, flexing. And now it's kind of like, we got to wait and see what the club does, right? So again, no need to panic, but you are kind of like a little more relaxed in your chair. You chill. This transfer window's brought everything back. I think it's to the point that I brought up earlier. It's allowed rivals to actually have some more confidence. Again, I was on a show just yesterday with True City Fan talking about some predictions. As it stands right now, based off of the players acquired, right? It is going to be a tight match, a tight matchup between Liverpool and City. There's no denying that. It is going to be tight because of the gaps that we have. This left back is going to be huge. It is going to be huge. And if we don't take the approach of wanting to have the same high quality in midfield, in attack that we do defensively, in particular on the left back, we're leaving ourselves vulnerable. We're basically really inviting the opposition to know here's our weak point. Because if we have a weak point, we then have to compensate. We then have to make adjustments for. We then kind of have to always glance out of one side to make sure that's covered, or you know what I mean, looking to kind of shadow or support more. Like I don't want that. I want complete balanced trust with the personnel that we have, and we don't have that right now. When we do, then again, like I said, we're chest up again, and we're going into the season mad confident, thinking that we can handle anything that comes at us. And again, I've heard the argument. I've heard others say, even not being perfect, even not being fully complete, we've won the league. Absolutely, every time we can say we've won the league. But what didn't we win? So, Band-Aid effect, MacGyver effect, right? Quick fixes, Pep brilliance, compensating for. We won the league, but we didn't win. That's what we should be focusing on, right? It's great that we're winning the league. That's what we should be doing. That's the approach, and not taking it for granted. That's what we should be doing. But also, we need to recognize that because of us doing this, it's now left us short of maybe accomplishing some things. And we want to be able to do both. Like, let's be real, we want to be able to do both. So we got to continue to have that same approach. Let me put this comment up here on screen. Edison, AC Milan won't sell us. Actually, I'd like to know why. Pat, self-praise is no recommendation. We have never done business with AC Milan and Inter before. Okay, so yeah, but there's a first time, man. Edison knows his stuff too. If he's hearing some whispers, maybe there's something there. Barca and United and Arsenal are two of City's fans. Are two of City fans? What? Barca and United and Arsenal and two of City fans. What is going on here? What did I miss? Oh, gotcha. Where you're going to watch the match on Sunday. Yes. It just took me a second. All right. I'm there. Let's hear blur. I'm there with you. I got you. Edison, as a coach, I always have to have backup player to challenge the starter and make him work for the role. Boom. Boom. Exactly. Exactly. City has to find a backup for Cancelo. I agree. I agree. Cancelo has been so great at left back, and I wish I could find out if he was originally bought to be left back. I know he's shown to be been proficient. He's done his thing, but I wish. You know what? I should go back and maybe do some searches. I swear he was acquired to be a right back backup and to get into the starting role. I swear that was the case. I know Walker's been phenomenal. Man's ageless, right? But we need to be looking. I forget who said it earlier. Two left backs. I think that's the approach. We can get away with one because Esbrand's looking good. He can be a good Padawan and he can learn the role. But yeah, it's crazy. All right. Now, one hand behind your back. That topic is because, and it's flowing off of this transfer window. We're kind of like going to the season one hand behind our back. Like, has the league been too easy? Has it gotten to the point where we need to create a different challenge for ourselves? Why does it seem like we're doing it the hard way? One hand behind our back this time. And now we're going to go through the season. It's kind of crazy. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If we're going to the season as prepared as we could be, should be, or if we does it seem like we've taken a little bit of a lackadaisical approach after starting this transfer window so nicely? Holland, Alvarez, Ortega, Phillips. It seems like, let's see if we can win the league this way. Let's see if we can start the season off giving our ops a little bit of a head start. They had all their preseason matches. We're gonna roll into it and get into form. That's the feeling I'm getting. City never making it boring, never making it easy. Always loving the drama. That's what we have. Big Morgan goes, Cancelo was a winger in Inter Milan, right side. Hey, I remember seeing that. He did come for Juventus. Not Inter. Okay. Juve correction. Yeah. Edison, you're right. Maybe Pep is taking it easy because of World Cup. Okay. Possibly, but it's, in my whole approach, it's never been work your way into shape. It's been, get yourself into shape and then hold off and then maintain. No. Sorry about that. Maybe he is taking it easy on the World Cup. I don't know. But I think he needs to. I think managing the body is going to be huge. I think the compact of matches is going to be so important. And like I said, it's not so much about me worrying about injuries. I'm not so much worried about injuries. I'm worried about the rotation of players, everyone remaining fit, load management in a way. That's more so what I'm thinking about, because it's going to be going from those matches, World Cup break, right? And then back to playing. So, and then Champions League is going to be all up in there. I don't know, man. I think Pep's getting ready to leave City. Big Morgan, what are you? All right, topic next show. Big Morgan. We're talking about that next show. Pep leaving City. We're going to get it out there. Maybe players don't want to get injured before the tournament. That's a thing to manage too. That's a great point, Edison. Maybe there is a combination of managing all of that. Now, I said this a little bit earlier with regards to the flow of the conversation, and it was flowing. So sometimes, as a result, I kind of get into things before I should, but they just flow. So thanks for tuning in. My guy in the building, yo. But Liverpool fans are confident again. Was it the Community Shield that put the battery in their back? Was it Nunez doing his thing? Was it seeing Holland miss the sitter? Was it all those things? Who knows? But Liverpool fans are back. They're confident. They're saying they're winning the league. Last time they lost by 1 point. They came and won the league. They're going to come out blazing 6-7 preseason games. They're going to be sharp going into it. I think they plan on going off of that not necessarily unbeaten, that winning streak run right from the jump. I think that's their approach. Repeat of their winning season, who knows? But that's how they're talking right now. I like it though, because I was out here complaining about Liverpool fans conceding the league already, and what's going on? You're just challenging for the quad. I don't want to hear you say it's City's league. So it's good to have them back. Whatever it was, Community Shield, Nunez, I don't know, Salah scoring a penalty, whatever it is, they're back. Good. Let's both mano y mano. All right, hombre versus hombre. Let's go at it. Let's go at it. It's 2-team race. Been saying it. Let's go for it. But no, we're going to talk about Pep. We're going to talk about Pep leaving City. All right, Big Morgan, 100%. He's fed up. We're going to have to talk about that because it is going to be a great combo. Let me try to put this on screen. Let me see here. Property. How do I do this? Bear with me. Oh, yeah, here we go. I need to make sure that the magic. The magic of, oh, wow. This is going to require, thanks for bearing with me, guys. Okay. So remember when I talked about the 100 goals? We scored 99 goals last season. 99 goals last season. We're going to do something obviously bigger than that this year, right? Or let's say we don't. Let's say we don't do more than 100. Actually, we shouldn't. Let's not, you know what? This is why it's perfect. This is why it's perfect. Okay. I should have thought this out before talking out loud. But if we're doing 100 goals, that can just be looked at as a percentage, right? So I want you guys to work this out with me. Let's work on this together. Hopefully you guys can see this. Okay? Those are the players. Nothing crazy there. We got 100. Let me go through the names real quick. Mbete, Esbrand, Walker, Diaz, Stones, Ake, Cancelo, Laporte, Phillips, Gundogan, Grealish, Rodri, De Bruyne, Silva, Foden, Palmer, Holland, Alvarez, Mahrez, Delap. McAtee's loaned out, right? Sterling, Jesus, Zinchenko gone. I think that's everyone. I guess I could put down. No, I think that's everyone we should expect. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. We're scoring 150 this season. Okay. The reason why I'm not going to go 150, we could score 150, that's fine. But I'm going to leave it at 100 and hear me out. Because if we leave it at 100, then we kind of have the percentage. And then I can easily go, oh, okay. So if we're scoring 150 and we already said that 10% of goals were coming from 10% of goals were going to come from Foden, then at 150, we're going to give him 15 goals. You know what I mean? So we could do things as simple as that. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do this. No, I'm going to do that. Auto sum. And we're going to do all players' names. Boom. So it's 0 right there. Okay? All right. Tell me in the comments. Mbete, is he scoring a goal this season? EPL. Strictly EPL. Does he score a header, set piece, goal? I'm gonna say no. You guys let me know in the comments. Brand. I think he's gonna start. I think he's gonna start a few. Does he get on the score sheet once? Do we get one from him? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let me see something real quick too. Last season we got 2 goals from Diaz. Let me put this on here. Last season we had 2 goals from Diaz. Stones, we had 1 goal from Stones. We had 2 goals from Ake. Walker, we got no goals from Walker last season. We got 1 goal from Cancelo last season. Laporte, how many goals did we get from Laporte? How many goals did you give us last season? I'm nerding out with you guys. Normally the shows are a little quick pace, but if you guys are cool, let's talk about it. Where is Laporte? What the heck? Oh, there you are. Laporte gave us 4. Oh, let me see in the comments. You know. Nah, he's not scoring. Okay, I'm not mad at that. Third guy is scoring 2. Walker scoring 2. All right, but as of last season, he didn't score any. Phillips obviously wasn't with us. Gundogan gave us 8 goals. He gave us 8 goals. Grealish. What did you give us last season, Grealish? Didn't Grealish give us 3 and 3? Yeah, he did. 3. Grealish gave us 3. Yeah, no, last season we had Jesus. Yeah, 100%. Oh, did I type 5 for Gun? Oh, damn. What did I say? Gundogan gave us? Oh, 8. Yeah, he gave us 8. Oh, good catch. Grealish 3. Rodri gave us 7 last season. Rodri. De Bruyne in the building. He gave us 15. Silva gave us 8. Foden. What did Foden give us? Foden gave us 7? How many gave us? 9. Foden gave us 9 last season. Palmer, nothing. Holland, nothing. Alvarez, nothing. Riyad Mahrez, he gave us. Riyad Mahrez, where are you? He gave us 11. Guys, Sterling, as bad as his season was, he was the second best scorer for our team last season. Yeah, last season, Edison. We had Jesus last season. You're right. Dudley Lewis, is it true that City are interested in Sane? His girlfriend misses Manchester. I think his girlfriend's from Manchester, so she's gonna miss the place. But no, City's from all I hear, City's not going back to that. I don't think the interest is real for him. Rodri with the Rockets and the well placed, almost like he was passing the ball into net. Oh, Rodri, crazy. All right. So Walker didn't give us any last season. So as it stands right now, 71 goals. If we're just looking at them contributing the same that they did last season, that's at 71. All right. Let me go back to the top though. We're gonna say Mbete, nothing, right? We're gonna say Esbrand, Guys, let me know. Brand, does he give us 1, 2? Does he give us 1? 1 in the league? I'm not talking about all comps. I'm talking about in the league. I'm not even talking about assists, just goals. I'm gonna give Brand 1. I think Walker's giving us goals, or Walker's gonna give us this season. I don't want Walker doing any overlaps, because when you know what, we're gonna talk about what we don't want to see next. Things that we don't want to see. I think Walker's giving us. He's going to give us 1 outside the box shot, because I think he's going to be trusted to do that more. Maybe to be kept. He's going to keep the defense honest. Yeah, I think that's a good call. Big Morgan says 2 for. Is that 2 for Esprand? Hello, bang out. What it do? Everyone's in the building. Edison, Dennis, Big Morgan. You know, Charlie was in here. Edison's still here. La Ciel Bleu. We're just talking about this upcoming season. So I'm gonna go with Walker giving us 2. Let's meet in the middle here. Ruben Diaz, injury season. Stones, injury season. I'm gonna want 3. I'm gonna want 3, at least 3 corner, header, maybe even kind of like a body in the way goal from Diaz. I want 3. Stones. You know what? Let me take that back. Let me go 2. And Stones this year, you step up, you give me 2 more goals, so 3. That takes us a 76 right now. Ruben Diaz is Halo bang out. What? Ruben 6? Ruben is giving us 6 goals? Nah, man. You gotta explain why. I put Stones down for 3. Denise goes 2. I don't know, Danny. I don't know. Set piece, our specialty. I know, but that's what I think. I think it'll get on Laporte's head. It'll get on Stones' head. Ake will get in there too. Those 2 from Ake last season, I remember those headers actually. So let's keep that the same. Cancelo now. Cancelo needs to shoot just the same way. I think the same way we complain about Grealish not shooting enough. Cancelo needs to just give a little finesse. Put that on target. Let's give us 3. Even cutbacks. Not cutbacks, but far post play, right? So like we were talking about, between the both wingers, I'd say more so Cancelo than I would see with Walker to get into that far post. So Cancelo, you got to give us 3. Laporte, you're there with 4 again. I'm not mad at that. Phillips. Ooh, Phillips. Yeah, you know what? That's not a bad shout. It's not a bad shout. You know what? Let me bump Cancelo up there. Let's bump Cancelo up there. I think he's going to want to go on a mission. We're still 20 goals away, and we haven't given goals to Haaland or Alvarez. We might have to scale some goals down too. Let's think about that. Phillips, I think Phillips gives us 1. What are you saying in the chat, guys? Edison, Philly will get 1. Phillips 4. What? 4? He is a backup. 2 Big Morgan. 4. Let's go in the middle. All right. So let's say 3. He's gonna give us 3 goals. Okay. Gundogan. He gave us 8 last season. He gives 8. Does he do more? We already know Grealish needs to be doing more. I think we're scaling back these defensive goals. I'll tell you the truth, guys. But it's a work in progress. Gundo. Yeah, let's leave him. Grealish has got to step up, though. Grealish has got to get us at least. He's got to. Is he going to be an assist guy and not necessarily a scorer? I want 7. I want 7 from Grealish, guys. What do you think? 7 from Grealish. I'm gonna take 2 off. I'm gonna take 2 off Rodri. 5. You guys are saying 6, 5. If he goes to 6, that's doubling what he did last year. All right, let's go to 6. Let's go to 6. He's gonna double his input from last year. Rodri had 7. Rodri had 7. I don't think Rodri does it again. Not like that. I think defensively he's going to be sound. He's going to come through a lot more on assists and not necessarily. I see him drawing the defense in because they're going to think he's maybe going to go out for a shot and then he can give a nice slip pass for our men's in the middle. Let's scale him down to 5. KDB 15. Is KDB going 15 and 20 assists? KDB can't be going 15 and 20, is he? So, or 15 and 21, 15 and 22. He did look like he wanted to score a lot this off. All right. Okay. Palmer. Foden, I think Foden's going to remain there. I think these guys remain there. This isn't even including goals from. All right. Palmer. I think Palmer gives us from that wide play. Palmer gives us 4, right? You guys think KDB is giving 15. Palmer 2. I was saying 4. You guys are saying 2. I'm not mad at that. Let's see. Holland. 14 goals takes us to 100. Bernardo 9. All right. Interesting. How many goals is Holland scoring, guys? How many is Holland giving us in league? Oh, Edison. Edison goes, I think KDB will have a history season. 2020 is. Wow. Magical. Let's see if we can get there. Holland, though. Holland 20 goals in league play. All right, let's see what that does. That takes us over 100. Got to remove 6 goals. We got to take away 6 from somewhere, guys. I don't think KDB is going to be having that same production with Holland. I think assist-wise are going to kick in, but KDB is not. He's not doing 15 again. That's crazy. That's going to be crazy, no? That's going to be crazy. Who's scaling back? Gundogan might be scaling back a goal. We got to remove 6 goals here, and we still have to give Alvarez some goals. I want to get to 100 goals. Riyad Mahrez, I know he signed a contract, but we might see less of him. I'm taking him down to 9. I'm taking 2 off. Oops. Taking 2 off there. Defensively, I'm sorry, Esperan's not giving us a goal. Ake headers. I think Cancelo. Would we Rodri, Phillips? Yeah, I'm taking Rodri down to 4. That takes us to 100. Whoa, I'm missing the comments here. Dudley goes Holland 25 goals, so that's almost winning the Golden Boot. KDB 13. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I took KDB down. Foden and Silva 5 each. hmm. You know what? Foden and Silva. Yeah, that's not bad. Especially because we may not have Silva next season. So we might be working away from him. You know what? Down to 5. I think Foden's still going to be more of a scoring threat. So let me take him to 7. That still leaves us. So Alvarez. Now, does Alvarez only score 5 goals? Mahrez 5, Alvarez, nah. How about maybe we flip that? Who's Alvarez? 20 goals. This guy's mad. Yeah, I agree. Are you mad? Dudley, what are you smoking, my guy? That's funny. That's the Golden Boot contender right there with 20 goals. 20, anything 20 plus, it's going to be up there. I'm with you. Foden will score 15. I would love. So again, here's the exercise, guys. We got it to 100. Okay. The reason why we got it to 100 and why it's beauty, and here's where we're going to end it, but I'm going to come back to it. Definitely screenshot this, and maybe we can work this out ourselves again. But this is like the percentage now. Okay, this is the percentage. Oh, Delap's not even getting a goal. Delap's giving us 2. He's giving us 2. We got to take 2 from somewhere. Sorry to KD. Sorry to KDB. Sorry. Stones. I think Laporte. Sorry, Laporte down to 3. I think Phillips. No, I'm going back at. I'm going back to Phillips. Phillips is back down to 2. Rodri 4. Silva 5. Silva more than Gundo in those late runs, man. It's beautiful. It's beauty. All right, so we got 3 goals to give. I think we gotta take Alvarez to 7. We got 1 more goal to give. Give that 1 more goal to Foden. I think Foden, new contract. Oh, that's another thing I'm gonna have to talk about. We gotta talk about that Foden contract. But guys, this is what I'm saying here. The beauty about this 100 number, and we scored 99 goals last season. With this tally at 100, we can look at it now as a percentage. Okay, so no matter how many goals we all agree to moving forward, let's say, City's going to score 110, or City's going to score 112, whatever we may think. Last season was 99. The fact that we put this at 100, now we look at a percentage, right? So of the total amount of goals that we're going to score, we're going to say Holland is going to be 20% of those goals. He's going to be 20% of those goals, the goal output. We're going to deal with assists another time, but that is kind of what we're looking at. And I hope from a team standpoint that we're going to be looking at Holland that much, KDB that much. And then it kind of makes sense now if we look at Foden 8%, we look at Gundo 8%, that's big. That's big. So I love that exercise. It was kind of done on a fly. I love the input. The one thing that I think we're going to definitely get to see is how we approach the attack. And next show, we're talking about Pep. Is he satisfied here? What's next? Is he fed up? That was kind of brought up earlier. I think we also need to talk about what we want to see in terms of pattern of play defensively. Guys, I'm going to do a proper show breaking down some of our misfires, some of our shortcomings with regards to UCLs. And my perspective is very different. Again, this is why this show's called Why Always Me. But it's defense that's kept us from really accomplishing our goals. And we need to have the same brilliance, the same approach, the same tenacity, the same resilience defensively if we're going to make it or accomplish the goals that we want as a club. And we need to be just as resolute as fans when it comes down to how we play defensively. But I'm gonna break that down in another time. I love the interaction. Thank you for being patient with me. I was just getting over a bug. My first things first, my peoples come first. Y'all are my peoples. The comments, the interaction, I appreciate. The fact that we're now pursuing a goal of 200 subs, I'm appreciative of you guys and you sharing this channel with whoever you share it with. I love it. But we're going to continue to have some great conversations. This season kicks off. It kicks off on Sunday with Arsenal, right? Arsenal, Crystal Palace. But then we play on the weekend, and I'm going to be amped up. So make sure you've got your notifications on for when I go live again. We're going to be talking about a lot of football, a lot of City. You might catch me on some other channels as well. Here's some late comments. Our best front line is Alvarez, Holland, Foden. No, I'm mad at that. You're actually right. City will have to score 5 goals a match. Stop it, Edison. Stop it. But we're going to talk about the defense. Grealish and Mahrez are not our optimal wingers, in my opinion. No, but there needs to be a different approach. And they do serve well depending on how certain teams try to defend us. Big Morgan, I'll be happy to score more goals than West Ham on Sunday. That's it. That's it. That is it. Give it to KDB. I'm with you. I think the scoring is going to be nice. We're going to come back and revisit that for sure. And I also want to point out that on Vader Games TV and this show, Why Always Me, we talk about football. And we talk about it from a different perspective. Try not to have the same repeat type conversations that happen out there on some of the other platforms. No disrespect, but we're just trying to take it a different approach. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And you know that for this weekend, there's going to be a lot going on. So stay tuned. And I will be supporting all of you as well if I see you out there in the spaces on Twitter and your channels as well. One last thing, fan requested, now a fan favorite. You know, I got to show you guys the shoe cam this week. And these shoes have never been worn before. I hope you enjoy them. Let me know what you think in the comments. Yup, summertime, nice and white. Very, very subtle hit of red. You know how I like to be subtle with it. Although I'm going to be able to match the red a lot more with the away jersey this season. Can't wait to cop that. But let me know in the comments if you happen to know what shoes those are. And when I hit that milestone, as you all know, when I hit that 1K, my shoe plug will make it possible for me to be able to prize out a shoe to the person that wins it. So I love the support. I love the interaction. And this channel is growing one friend at a time. And that's how I like it. Yo, Dudley, those are nice, my guy. There's more to come. There's more to come as well. Big up Vader in the chat. Yo, hello, bang out, my guy. Thank you for tuning in. And I'm working on something. Moving forward. I would love to have, because I know it's difficult sometimes to type, right? You're not always able to get your point across. Maybe it comes across late after I've said something. I'm going to work on a call-in. I'm going to work on a call-in for the fam. For the fam, y'all that tune in, we talk, interact, we comment. I can trust what you're about to say on screen. So we're going to get to that point. I hope you would love that interaction. Let me know in future comments if that makes sense. But I'm Vader Games. Why Always Me? Episode 39. And I hope you enjoyed the content. I'm Vader Games, and I'm going to catch you guys. I'm out.